there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Mushoku Tensei, a show where your leading man has once again tried to get through a difficult period in his life, if not being jetted across the entire continent with barely anyone you know, figuring out that half of your family is still missing and or deceased, all of your friends and potential neighbours from the past are enslaved at best. Yeah, so it's going well. Oh, with a slight bit of abandonment issues. But at least now he's got a group of friends he can work with. What can go wrong? Let's find out. Another great day. How long has he been back in action now that he's found a new lease of life, even if the party is slightly smaller? So, the really getting over some issues there, but having the townsfolk actually know his name, and more than just that kind of the weird kid who keeps by himself, looking all mopey. Why would you ask? I guess hearing about, yes, a woman in his life that he holds so dear might not make her happy. It's probably best you get that looked at then. Maybe you'd go along with her. Things would say that, well, people might say that things are going a little too well. She is only... Took him a while. But she has really changed her tune comparatively to how they were getting on beforehand. A life and death situation would definitely do that to you. I suppose having a little musical interlude over their day out really gets to the point quite nicely. Personally, I think going around a place like this looking at weaponry and blacksmithing, it would be interesting to me. Not sure about anyone really. That'd be... well, anyone else really. But for knife shopping, she sure has dressed up well. He... not going to be spending too much of their funds right now, but are you? But... oh. I guess armor would need to be reforged and well-fitting. But it was a nice day out. I think the teammates need a good bonding session once in a while, although... how will it go down with the rest of the party? Hopefully it doesn't require the hesitation. It doesn't require the saving from almost certain death each time Rudy wants to make someone that actually opens up to him a little, let alone takes a bit of interest. He, needs a... calling out to the master there of all seduction. He needs a surefire sign, does he? Not a great suggestion. I think it's precisely because she knows what she's saying that she's saying it. I really would like to see this situation if Sugata wasn't talking to my ear. Who wouldn't be getting into the mood with a man like that? Just reading out. See, it's a very homely room, isn't it? Hopefully he's packed away any shrines. Might cause a bit of a damper. I mean, they've had enough down at the bar. Ah, good, the door's closed. Hopefully she isn't just trying to show the how grateful she is through this means, rather than an actual genuine kind of affection for him. How many episodes has it been, Rudy? He's gotten over, I can't even remember her name. Pardon? What's the... I guess the silence would make sense here, but... Ah, is that what the issue is? He has not got... Is he like a Ken doll down there? That's the face you want to see! He is... paralyzed from the hips down and thighs up. It's nerves. That is a huge black bar. And now what? She figured that it's something to do with her, that it's there just to try and get out of a weird situation. That's not gonna send him spiraling at all, is it? I mean, I wouldn't know, but it happens to everyone. She would feel a little self-conscious, though, if it was, if something like that was to start to happen, but... Not a good time, mate. The air is not exactly pleasant around at the minute. His day has been hunky-dory. I'm sure he's in the mood to put up with his bullshit. What, now that he's actually responding for once? Is that what? guess a good drink and a show. This bar is quite good. I mean, putting from some personal truths in there. Yeah, there we go. The abandonment issues even stronger now that she ran away there, but I think his ribbing here is going to be dying down a little if it's the way that's usually how these kind of tough emotions come out at a moment like this. I think he needs a drink. It won't be any fun trying to get a rise out of him anymore. Well, maybe if they become best of friends and talk about things, that they're actually gonna become drinking buddies. He's got no one else that he can really confide in, so... Well... I mean, he's just getting the lay of the land, you know? No point beating around the bush. Kind of what he failed at. Is there more as to what's up? Is he going to really delve into the origins of any upset? And then she up and vanished, removing herself entirely from his life. I mean, there's several things that could have happened, but yeah, just maybe right now. As if only he had an answer to it. Yeah, it's your fault. You did something. Did you say anything? How? Hopefully he's not going to give him a hand. I mean, help him out. Oh. I think I get the gist of where this is going. And if this can't sort him out, then he's going to need some proper therapy. Yep, it's what I imagined they were talking about. Not there really be too many options going on here. Maybe it's just a place of intense meditation. What was that brief hesitation? Was I imagining that? Or was it upon hearing his name there that something was like, hang on, a grey rat? Ah, that'd be it. Is that the one that fell over? He's so well-mannered and thoughtful, isn't he? Maybe more alcohol might not be a good idea. Could that have actually aided to his issues? I thought she was about to say, well, we've been going for a while. Nothing's worked yet. So, this entire episode can be boiled down to ED, the anime. Well, yeah, I suppose, cutting away to him, he's been... Yeah, it looks like it went well. He's got to wait around somehow, hasn't he? It's gonna need some, what, medical intervention or magic? Frightened of women. Well, I wouldn't say it's frightened of women, more just fear of being left alone again. Kind of what he was crying about in the bar when he was punching that guy. He's just got to be reassured that no one's going to just run away from him at a moment's notice. So much mental trauma that Eris has put onto him, kind of unknowingly. He's gonna take a break from adventuring to sort out his loins. And life is all about pushing yourself slightly, but knowing your boundaries, not rushing or ruining things. Right, so he'll be slowly acclimatized to a woman's touch. I mean, they did go from antagonistic to quite friendly pretty quick. That's not what he meant. It did go from... Wait, what does it mean? I mean, hiding embarrassment through cutting words and everything. It's been a story we've been told time and time again. Maybe you can stop putting on this little act here. Rudy, might be a good time to just shut your mouth. He would have done well to shut it for him, right there. While he's still breathing. Well, yeah, I don't think this is really going to be able to be fixed all too easily. I don't think he's going to be working in the party. Oh, has she thrown the dagger ball as well? Because he was trying to put on bluster to think that himself everything was fine, end up hurting even more. That was a quick bit of animation. If he leaves it to fester, it would only continuously get worse, so... Yeah, having someone go to his face and say to fuck off. We're taking a break from this city, that party. Now on an adventure with him into a labyrinth. You can't leave him. Can't leave him be in this state. And if he truly detested him, would he have just stuck around and tried to help out with a few issues? See, once you got to the roots of things, we put bluster and pride aside. Just a quick beating, you can be friends. Hopefully no one else gets hurt along the way. That was a slightly tough episode to watch, not because of his personal issues, but more there was no need to say those things. Who is he trying to fool? It's not like the other dude cared or knew too much. Was it just to make himself feel a little better about his own lack of motion? Whether she was there or not, it's like completely unnecessary. I just hope that nothing happens to the party now that they've left on such bad terms, because then it would be even more like weight added to his shoulders. I think if he was able to open up to the members of the party or Sarah herself about his past and what's happened and to why he was moping around when they first met him, maybe something like this could have been avoided. An amazing mage, you say? A certain little pricking of ears there. The what? I mean, why throw away such an opportunity? I wonder if there's a way to actually prove the quality of information given. You know, he was pretty spot on the money with several things that he was saying there. You know, there's bigger issues that he's dealing with, get to the crux of the matter. His personal abandonment issues, and now that he's afraid of women. Still, it's probably more afraid of them leaving him without explanation. At least now, he's got a reason as to why she wouldn't want to have anything to do with him. But yeah, moving a little fast. As soon as he could get acquainted with it and comfortable, maybe he wouldn't have had the problem. But one thing that really kind of stood out to me there is how she reacted. Obviously a bit of sense of embarrassment, but saying that he's awful for not being able to do things biologically. Yeah, why did you walk away? Why did she leave? Why didn't she just stay and at least say something? There hasn't been many other shows that have covered topics like this. Sure, we've had thoughts of despair, depression, etc. But having a main character in a fantasy show where you go, oh, monsters, dungeon delving, magic, spells. Sure, having your family disappear and feeling a little lost in the world, that's one thing. Having it manifest, or having any issues manifest in a sense of ineptitude, definitely not something that has been explored all too much. Having certain mental blocks, complications, interplay with other characters, other people, and how much they could leave a void in your life, either through miscommunication, bad timing, or just unwillingness to try and rectify a situation after you've done something exceedingly awful. I wonder, though, where exactly we will be in the coming days now that he's absconding, just hopping away. Don't deal with the situation that you've made here. Leave. I do hope Rudy actually does find a way to leave a comment saying, you know, his fault, he was being a dick. But of course, doesn't want to leave things on such awful terms. If she is anyone of any sort of regard to actually care about, saying, yeah, he has a bucket load of bullshit that he was going through, which has tore him down as a person, I'm sure she'd understand. At least understand, not forgive, just understand. Because to introduce a character like this, have the saviour moment, oh, I've saved your life, then a bit of admiration and romance building to then chuck it away, all in one, and a little bit of the one before, episode. That's moving pretty fast. Jesus. Well, at least he's made some new friends. There's nothing like building up an initial acquaintance and friendship with someone by punching them in the face. And I'm not actually joking on that. One of my best friendships from high school started with a... No, it didn't actually start with a punch in the face. It became a friendship because of the punch in the face. And then the second... No, I think it was only 2. But it is a weird thing. So having characters like, obviously really can't just go up to anyone and explain his past, and even if he had anyone that he could talk to, would he really open up? It's not something that is all too natural to do. Letting yourself be vulnerable in the moments, you can't just say it to anyone because then they might use it against you, for one thing at least. But completely being broken down to that point in the pub where they lashed out like this and had understanding on the other side. So, okay, yeah, you do have it pretty rough. All right, maybe I went too far. Let's try and help you up from this, because there's no way he was going to leave him at that state. If he did, he would be an awful person. I'm glad that he actually tried to help improve things, even if it was slightly off kilter. Yeah, let's go to a brothel to help you out. And we probably solved in many other cases that he's ever had, so... One thing that I should never forget, especially when it comes to Mushoku Tensei, whenever things are looking slightly well, when people are being happy, when there's almost a route into the future for them all. Know that it won't last. If you follow that way of thinking, nothing of what we've seen in the past series or these few episodes would have ever shocked us. But I do wish, I wonder what would be coming up next. If he is taking some time out and trying to regain hope, and we've got now Lady Elf getting a bit of information about him. Will it be a sort of reunion? Or will it be once again, you've just missed them? We shall see. If you've enjoyed Mushoku Tensei, let me know. If it has brought up ill feelings in you, I'm sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do. I'm not a health professional. But consider subscribing to the channel to not miss out future ones. If you want to continue the conversation at all, maybe head on to my Discord. But for now, get yourselves a bit of a rest, so I can see you in the next one. I think I'm going to need a drink after that episode.